Interesting. Well, the other small thing that was pretty interesting was we saw Olaf Meister play in the first half of that first game better than anyone else on the server on Mirage. And it'll be cool to see if he can do that again. Came through with no nerves whatsoever and put up some good performances. I think that was really surprising. And I think it's what the craziest part is, of course, is that he had only played for 48 hours coming into his just past. Are we actually into the second round? Oh, okay. Just had an issue with the feed on our end. Okay. Olaf this time around is playing upper as an anchor, trying to lock down the squeaky. We saw Rain kind of playing this position previously. Of course, it is just the anti-eco, but on just this anti-eco, Config will take him down. Kirby here to watch the cross. And Rain is also right behind him. Coming out of squeaky. Somebody that's spotted by Rush and a player in Big Garage too. It looks like they're starting to get picked apart. Could be a clean anti-eco here for the Faze clan. A couple more shots down range and it leaves just Blame F in a 1-on-4 situation. Seeing if he can grab whatever he can. Now, one thing about complexity on this T side is that the weird thing is Blame F, he's the guy who watches all the demos and really anti-strats a lot of teams. But he himself is quite anti-stratable, especially on this map. I think everybody can remember around on T side where Blame F will be crawling up the side of Mini, trying to get a lurk kill in, and on some of their execs and some of their fakes. We're going to move into round 3. Not much here to buy for complexity. Blame F trying to scope things out. Aggressive smoke downs outside, and Justin will lead the aggressive kind of lurk. It looks like a contact explode out into the ramp. coldzera is going to be holding here. 25 bullets in the mag on this FAMAS. And this thing just spits out bullets. He'll run out of bullets very quickly if he doesn't have any support, but it looks like we've got somebody with him as well. He'll take first contact and a fantastic spray down. Absolutely miraculous by coldzera. Rain will come in as a second line of defense, and he does well. It looked like just for a second, and of course, in all the right ways here on CT side yesterday, taking a lot of aggressive openings, something that I personally love to see. Understanding the value of information, not being afraid to take duels. There's some good support nades behind him.
Hello?
Hello?
Hey, buddy.
How's it going?
Pretty good. I was enjoying the sultry tones of your play-by-play.
Awesome.
Oh. You know, it's a two-sided sword. I'm worried, because I think you could do my job, too. Listen, Faze Clan off to the flying start of a CT side. Talk about that coldzera FAMAS spray down. Ooh. The wide walk. Right now we've got the good old slow creep and crawl through lobby over towards the ramp. They're going to go ahead and try and test it yet again, but coldzera in position, same weapon. They, however, better equipped. coldzera pops up, sees way too many heads for him to be confident in the repeak, so he kind of leaves that on the shoulders of Brokey, but that utility forces him back. That's a bit of a sitter. Finds Blame F just walking outdoors. Brokey, such an awkward position. When have you ever seen anybody stuck on top of these barrels? He gets hard cleared out by Rush, and there's that fight going down on the opposite side of ramp room. 3v3, Complexity having taken control of Hell, use Rush on the rooftops to keep eyes outside, and he just fought versus Kierby, losing out as did Poison versus Rain. Bombs thrown down onto the dirt of the A site, and it's an easy final frag versus Config. He falls into his death as Faze fall into a 4-0 start.
a really nice start to the CT side. We know they're good for a few rounds here on CT, but this is already very impressive. And here's where Complexity will have to dig deep for something creative on the T side. They're going to go for a Deagle buy-up, Tech 9, some upgraded guns, upgraded armor, and it looks like 5 smokes in total. So what's the strategy? We're going to have a back heaven, cross outside smoke, or setup, or are we going to have something of a fake? That's what I'll wonder. Looks like the smokes will land in a flight pattern. Okay, they created a couple of plane wings here with these smokes. This concave area in the middle where they could try to cause a distract. It's just a distraction, though. They're actually here focused all on the ramp, looking to throw hands with coldzera once again.
Yeah, but he's already kind of slapped him around a little bit. So there's the uppercut punch from Config. Rocks his head off. Brokey does actually get into the peak this time around, not pressured back by utility. AK has been picked up by Justin Savage. Just in time. We'll see if it's used well. No, sir. Rain. Beautiful mini transition there. And Config will catch one by surprise in the corner of the ramp. Blame F with a headshot of his own. These Deagles hang off. But can Complexity close this robbery of a round? Well, Rain barely alive here. Arguably lucky to have gotten that third kill on such little HP. They've got flashes between them, one of which thrown out. Blame F's going to walk in on this. Brokey should make contact, but he just turned his attention away. And Blame, fumbling his utility as Brokey swings out for the perfect trade to give Faze their 5th.
First up on the replay is Rain, and I really love to see that because what we saw was a huge opening. They got coldzera falling down the ramp. They 1-degged him, and that's the perfect time. You just go, right? You're on the eco, you get that free kill. You're hoping the rotations aren't there, but Rain was right there. He got in the control room so quickly, you can't be surprised that he got that first kill untraded. So very nicely done by Rain. Don't even know what the setup was originally to allow him to get such a good spot so quickly. But FaZe Clan are not asking questions. They're just happy to have survived that eco round, and they move on to look for the 6-0. Brokey in a new position. Hold up inside of Secret, dodges an off shot after grabbing Blame F on the cross. And Poison is not in a position to trade, has to stand in the fire just for a chance, right? He's got to, yeah, he's got to go to the end of his life bar just to get a chance at a shot, and there's no one there. However, Rush finds a trade outside on somebody else. Kirby goes down.
Try to use Heaven against them again. We saw Complexity in a decent spot with that 3 versus 3. Having had a couple of players in Heaven and then Rush outside on the air conditioning. But they weren't actually able to get into the A site. We'll see now as this lobby flank from FaZe joins forces with what was the default A defenders. They know exactly what's going on. That flash actually blinds a couple people awkwardly. JKS dying from it. Config the only terrorist to get a kill here, but he gets himself another. Poison on the bomb site. Pushing this into the 1 versus 1. Cold, massive health advantage, but versus that sniper, Poison's just gonna have to flick it on him.
Oh, it's such a good play.
Yeah, sitting right behind the boxes.
Oh, he's not moving off of this. This is interesting. Cold, he knows. Oh, man, even Cold's just way smarter. I love the way that Poison worked around the site that way. Typically, people go to the left a little bit, peek to right, play to 50-50. Poison tries to create a timing by going that far out, but Cold, he's also patient enough to realize he hasn't been peeked from the other side of the site. Love that, man. Listen, FaZe, they're making it look so easy, but not everyone can do that. All the rotations, the protocols, they're looking good. It's very impressive to see what we're seeing, you know. I mean, grabbing lobby control the way they do, it's not non-standard. Being successful about it, having a clean retake, making the correct rotations like we saw with Rain downstairs so quickly. These are the things that win you round on CT side of Nuke. And these are rounds they're getting sometimes despite losing a very unlucky trade. So very impressive stuff here by FaZe. 6-0 on the map already. I got to really rub the crust out of my eyes. I'm already surprised that FaZe are this far in. But seriously, after yesterday, such an inspirited performance, I'm really glad to see it.
Rush able to pop off the smoke. Brokey in the bomb site. He's got to be careful. Almost actually ends up hitting Rain. But Rain finds one before he's taken out of this one. JKS Efficient trade frags, man advantage for Faze. Bomb in the lobby, however. That's going to be a problem. Although, coldzera, who was on top of it, has gotten cleared out by JKS. The Galil getting the better of him. Good thing for that smoke on Mini. Really not giving Kierby much space to play, but he will creep onto the other side of this. And now we have to wonder, does he go through? Blame F, keeping eyes on it. JKS, his hands are busy with the bomb plant, but as the smoke fades, the first duel's there for the taking. Kierby instead fixates towards the site, gets the back of JKS turned, and now Blame F, he's in that corner. Frag's gonna soften him up. No, not even, it lands in front. Oh, couldn't quite get it in the breadbasket. Kierby, does he go clear this corner before crossing to site? He's still thinking maybe he's on vent. I mean, he has a good idea for it, but here comes Blame F walking out into success as Complexity find their first.
You gotta love how Blame F doesn't overthink the situation. He's just, you know, there, I'm gonna hide. I'm gonna peek when they tap the bomb. And by that time, Kierby's already done so much stuff before tapping the bomb. Enough time's gone. It makes it a very kind of clean situation for him. Of course, Kierby could have still won in that spot, but again, nicely done and avoiding grenade damage and everything like that. So that's all we really want to talk about from that round. Apart from JKS getting these really important trades, the one on the Opera on the backside, crouching inside of hut, you know, kind of baiting his teammate, but understanding that if he sits there, he's guaranteed this kill. He cuts this line of sight off from the back of the site. He'll get the key kill on the Opera. They can win the round. And then going ahead and following up the mini kill as well. And you know, since we're on an eco, you know, JKS talked about how he's got big shoes to fill with Obo. And I mean, they're not literally big shoes, right? But they are still figuratively pretty big. So Obo was putting up some of the best stats for Complexity on Complexity, and that's no secret. He definitely was a great fragger, and he developed a lot in the short time that he played for Complexity. Looking forward to whatever team he plays for next. That being said, JKS, you know, we know that Obo had trouble with grenades. JKS doesn't have trouble with grenades at all. He's probably got more maturity, more calmness. He's been in more situations out here in these Counter-Strike matches, and I think he frags just as hard too. So it's just weird situation where it's like a really hard player to replace, but maybe the perfect guy to do it.
Yeah. A result of, I think, like a perfect moment. You know, if Obo leaves in a different time, then I don't think there's maybe a justified replacement as easily available, right? But you know, nobody wanted to see Obo go. We understood why he had to take his departure, and I don't think too many people were against him.
Yeah, unless you're like the Bears and you have like the worst take of the century, you're obviously okay with, you know, Obo trying to go home in the middle of a pandemic, right?
Get back to some essence of being a teenager. But, you know, if JKS to Complexity is what we get because of Obo's departure, then I think that's, as hard as it was as a Complexity fan to see Obo depart, you have to be excited for this next chapter from them.
Yeah.
So we talked through the pistols of FaZe Clan. They were not successful. Complexity net themselves a second round. And, well, the cash is still an awkward spot for FaZe. So looking like a likely third. However, what kind of a wrench can FaZe Clan throw into the works?
Yeah, still scary for Complexity. Great they won this like swing round, but even that rifle round they won, the 1v1, didn't look like they were going to win that. So, oh, nice little queen vent drop. I mean, takes no damage whatsoever, of course. No nades to respond to that smoke out of Squeaky. And JKS is here to, you know, cause a ruckus. He's like banging on the inside of the floor. He's the neighbor upstairs bowling. You know what I mean? He's trying to get your attention.
No, I live on the top floor. I am that guy.
Okay. He's Joey climbing on a roof bowling. He's doing whatever it takes to be a nuisance. So they pull you out of the skyboard, the rafters on the upper site. You know, make you rotate downstairs through ramp, through vent, whatever it takes. That's his goal.
This is a two-man stack, right? Rain's not an extra. Okay, good. Just making sure Rain didn't get
he's a tall guy.
Yeah. Like this Viking, bro. 9 feet, standing behind blue box, but those USPs just trying to stack. You know, 2 USPs does equal 1 man. But you need 2 of them. We'll go Lil for Kierby.
For the next dually player, a good name would be Akimbo Slice.
Okay.
So like the next nuts dually player.
All right.
I mean, we're on Nuke, so maybe somebody pulls out the dually CT side on the pistol. Maybe next CT side.
I promise you that if we get to cast a dual Beretta pop-off, I will get that in there.
A Kimbo slice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, yeah. Forgot about that. That's tough.
I saw they put him in the newest UFC game. You can play as Kimbo Slice.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's cool.
Like today.
Yeah, today. I mean, not today, but when the game was released,
Yeah.
they kept him in there. Yeah.
Huh.
Cool. All right. They kept the Galil. That you'd like to see. That one's going to get passed over to Rain.
So listen, I mean, Complexity, they won a round, but it was a bit sketchy. So we have yet to see if they even have a T side just yet. Faze is the better team right now for sure. Curious to see if they try to do something like their fast upstairs take again, or if they go for something else. Because that fast upstairs take, I don't know. Oh yeah, they are going to try to go for it again.
Fire, man. Olaf, he's going to lay a smoke down back sight, gets completely overwhelmed. JKS and Config just wrapping around the silos like it's nobody's business. Like it's their bomb site from the get-go. A plant easily thrown onto the back of the site in a 5v3, tons of utility left over, full map control from Complexity. Blame F behind KRB, even though it's planted on the A site. Ah, man. He's going to go ahead and take his head clean off, and now we've got Complexity's T-side piecing it together.
Yeah, that's a power move. That's a synthol move by Blame F to call the upstairs take again after it coming so close. I don't know where Rain was. Normally, he's the guy in front of Squeaky, so if they try any burst, he'll be there. But it's possible that FaZe didn't anticipate it because they almost handled it last round. They maybe thought that Complexity were going to do something else. So, yeah, nice brave call here from Complexity to show that they can win a round very cleanly on the upstairs hit. And that really does put them up on the board, especially considering that FaZe are now in a situation where they cannot buy again. So the easiest path back to a comeback here for Complexity with this now 4 straight.
Nice. Very quick, very easy.
But yeah, it was really like Olaf there on his own with an opper to try to stop him, to try to stop the wrap on him.
Really difficult position when they're playing at that level of a pace. And not just one, but 2 players fully committed, you know, Config and JKS. God, that's a duo I would love to see keep playing entry. Rush gonna soften up KRB ever so slightly.
Oh, do you want to aim map versus Rain?
Not really. I don't. Maybe Complexity do. He puts down a smoke so that he can try and peer over top of it. Actually catching the Opper. Poison down to 12. coldzera locking it down in the depths of the tunnels. And he has the confidence here as he has 2 other players around him. But don't forget, right, there's only 2 M4s in this round for FaZe. They've already had great impact, dropping Rush and lowering Poison as close as he can get.
Yeah, but they have Rain is still outside, guarding their fallback, and they know now that everybody's crossed. So that's the weird part about this round.
Ooh, good molly spread.
Man advantage, and Poison, who has been hurt, is trying to get it back by killing Rain, but Blame F goes down right by his side, on his watch.
Oh, but KRB can't connect the deagle shot, so Olaf's gonna get aggressive here. JKS is coming out from Squeaky by the looks of it, but Olaf, oh my god, denied. They don't expect Brokey to be this close, and Rain is still just omnipresent in this play. Completely corralled Complexity. They had nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, and you saw that eventual kind of clamp down by FaZe as they realized Complexity were looking to turn the other direction, that Complexity were going to try and fight their way out. But flanks upon flanks, 3 guys up, despite FaZe only coming into that round with the double M4. Awesome way for them to get a little momentum shift back and retain their 3-round lead.
I think they really thought, okay, we can take a lot of fights out here very confidently if we go outside on the cross, so they didn't go for the deep smokes. They know there's no op out, so they don't want to overplay it in a situation where they might want to throw those smokes later on. But once they crossed outside and they didn't deal with Rain, who was sitting there waiting, and then they ran into Cold, lost that opening kill, I think it was more awkward to go back outside when you got a bunch of pistols who don't really feel like they have much to lose, who are probably going to be willing to take risks, as opposed to kind of fight through coldzera. But it's a lot easier for us to see than it is for them. And I'd like to extend some credit to Rain for playing that so well and being in so many different positions outside when they did come back to him.
Yeah, caught them initially by air conditioner, finds them through credit card, moves back into garage after KRB's dead from that spot. So yes, very much outside with Rain's name stamped all over it. But as he crawls forward, it's actually Complexity right there. He gets caught in his jump, dropped to 54, and Poison will land that following shot as well. Brokey's on the back of the A site alongside Olaf. They're worried of some kind of hut play, but in reality, there's a world where Complexity just turned this downstairs.
Yeah, we'll see. Kirby's getting comfortable in the lower site, and Brokey's going to try to seek back some information. So this is going to be a big timing game, and Brokey, he might be offered up one kill. Expecting an op to be here would be a bit of a surprise, but look how manically he's clearing all these angles. He's got his back turned to Squeaky. He's walking right into the rifle of JKS, who's camping out here, and this might make you think that it is going to be a lower hit. So we'll see, but oh my god, JKS, he's all fine by himself. This guy does not need a babysitter.
Not at all. Kirby cleared out of the site. Olaf also.
Damn.
3 frags for JKS, just sticking it out on Squeaky. They came to him, and he sent them packing. 5-7, Faze still lead.
Of course, if you're, your lurkers and Squeaky, then you're typically there to stop people from rotating down vents. You're usually not getting the opening kill in a situation like this, but in an awkward turn of events, of course, Brokey's just trying to get some info back, walks backwards right into him. Those second 2 kills, very impressive, though. Round 13 underway, and JKS trying to put some pressure on the vents once again, outside Squeaky. But more so just trying to look to do some spam damage, not really jump out or go for any kind of vent dive. Now, I think Kirby at his best outside was doing a lot of aggressive moves, but he's been a bit more laid back this time around. Sitting inside the mini, spotting, taking his time with it. They also have Rain downstairs, cutting off this angle to decon.
Smoke to delay the ramp play. Just rush for the time being. coldzera is playing down by B-site control, so they are wary of somebody slipping through secret. But a good stack going on in this A-site. You know, just passive plays from both of these teams in terms of controlling red and silo. We've got config outside of the squeaky smoke, molly to the top of hut, Olaf anticipating flashes, but they're not coming. Is this a commitment they have to ask themselves? They actually round out and find him turning his head. Kierby with a second, and a third player about to peek. That's config with a bout of success, but Rain with eyes through mini, just right into the bomb carrier. And sure, the molly's gonna deny this heaven peek, at least it should. Broke, oh no, deterred, falls downwards, config's double, gets him back in, another fight, and it's minimal HP to make the difference. Complexity take it out, Blame F with the clutch, his 10th kill of the map, and now within one of tying at 7.
Man, Brokey tried to make a heads-up play. He didn't even need to necessarily push out, but he found an opening. Config's shooting people right here, and Brokey comes down, misses a shot right under him. It's not one you deathmatch for very often, so I want to give him some sympathy on that, but that one gets missed. He frantically dives down, misses another shot, and Complexity back in the round. I feel like Faze have gotten a little bit unlucky, and Olaf definitely doesn't look that comfortable upstairs. He's not been doing great on the upper holds.
Yeah, Nuke was his weakest point yesterday's series as well.
Yeah.
You know, he took right back over when we got onto the dust too, but was a bit of an issue on this one.
Yeah, long on dust too. He was killing it. Beyond Mirage, he was killing it. Nuke is just a bit more up in the air.
And today it's looking a bit more complex. Eagle shot from Cold, right to the head of Rush. Oh man, Brokey is kind of sacrificed in that position. Olaf beacon out from decon, but Blame F with the double kill is what really opens up this B site. And even then, Complexity doing a good job of just buying time. No hard commitment here in the off chance that they're about to walk into what could be an absolute stack. Olaf and Rain, all that remain. Damage has been done, but doesn't look like much more will connect. Rain's position now known, so final fragger from Faze. Meant to be dying at a moment's notice. He will find an escape route, but he wants to go back into the action.
Well, listen, yesterday, Faze were able to get 8 rounds on TG side, and then they won 16-9. Okay, Rain goes for a heroic play there. But we're looking at an 8-round T-side half from Faze Clan to win over Big yesterday. So
big news.
We have a lot to we have big expectations for this next half, and they're already kind of meeting their quota here. 7 looking at 8 rounds. We'll see what happens. I genuinely feel like the Complexity won a few swing rounds that have made this game tied up, but overall Faze have played very, very well.
Yeah.
Config has managed to surmise a 19-kill half through all of this chaos, which is astonishing. I don't even know how that happened.
Yeah, kill after kill. Some crucial ones as well, like especially on that A site, dealing with Brokey as he drops. But here comes Olaf pushing into Hut, really throwing a spanner in the mix. Rain remains behind Vent, not completely cleared. It's Brokey's sniper to get 2 of those 3 mid-round moments, leaving Poison crucially outnumbered and critically down to 21 HP. They are peppering him, salting him, and saucing him in the end. Faze Clan will
map yesterday, but this was also maybe Faze's strongest map despite that. So I'm really not worried actually for Faze Clan that they can put together a strong T side. coldzera is really taking the reins here. I'm honestly loving what I'm seeing, and maybe talk a bit more about it on the anti-eco, but in that pre-game interview we had a lot of insights. There's a lot of turmoil going on in the Faze Clan camp, so getting some insights, or every little insight is worth its weight in gold. But long story short, basically, they're taking it slow. He's feeling pretty good, and he's doing a lot of research to help make up for the fact that they lost in IGL.
Again, right, that championship mentality. Somebody's going to have to do the work to keep Faze afloat, and it seems like he has. Rain, Brokey, Kierby, each 1 frag coming into this A site, just using Mini to splice open the upper site and, well, take a second pistol by the looks of it. coldzera, just nice angle on Secret as well, completely denying BlameF any attempt back into the action. JKS has revealed himself. 1v5 ace clutch, a bit too much to ask for.
No, I don't want to jump the gun, right? But there's a part of my brain, Connor, that wants to believe that coldzera can't be a good IGL because, well, you wouldn't want him to be an IGL because he's such a good player, and there's a lot of similarities and parallels to Nico.
Yeah.
2 of the most consistent riflers of all time, 2 of the best riflers of all time. But we know they both now have a background in IGLing, at least with, coldzera being somewhat of a secondary caller, Nico taking on the primary role for a long time. And for Nico, I mean, his performances, maybe they weren't Mouse level, but he also had much better players on his team this time around, and they were still superstar level performances. And I don't know how much coldzera is liking it right now, but honestly, some of the stuff that they changed, even from yesterday, I was a big fan of. Some of the CT stuff that they did differently, the fact that Kierby's playing a lot more of the star player roles and stuff, I feel like some stuff actually looks quite good for a honeymoon period. And hey, we were all critical of the honeymoon period, but better to have the honeymoon period and fall off than to have no honeymoon period and just start off badly, right?
Very true. Desert Eagles fumbling around in Mini. Molotov over towards Secret. Poison on the scout. It's a hard show to follow up when we had Searson in the server earlier, but I know we have talked about Poison's scouting capabilities. Got to put him up there as contender for the top dog.
Go ahead, list them off. Top 5 scouters.
Poison, Searson, Chris J.
Probably just going to throw Simple in there just cause, right?
Yeah, you might have to. And then Ziwu, because...
Just cause, yeah. There it is, Poison.
Nice.
And it's this specific angle, right?
Yeah, he's always working hell. Look at him keep on going.
It's such a great way to control outside. You can peek the doorway on the right or on the left. You can pick the windows on the right. You can go up top for your new position to be in. Sliding up and down the ladder. Like a fireman.
Good timing. JKS on this lobby lurk. He's going to find Olaf kind of shuffling his feet, but the Mac 10 bests him. Bomb thrown down to the dirt. Galil catching a kill means it's just the Deegs left over, but did they anticipate Config? No. He finds the bomb carrier, 7 seconds left. He just needs to deny plant. Good target prioritization, but KRB just in the nick of time.
No,
not even.
Yeah, it turned 3. As soon as that, so the bomb, so technically, it doesn't take 4 seconds to put the bomb down.
3-point X.
But with the animation, it gets close, and what we see on the clock is not exactly accurate to the game state for how much time is left over. So as soon as you see the number change from 4 to 3, no matter at what point, like if you believe that's 3.9 or whatever, it's too late. It's too late.
Wrong.
Too late to apologize. And Config, he gets more than he's supposed to from the back of the site with the Deagle there, because right now he can't be stopped. He's just hitting everything. He's 21 and 13 now. And here, yeah, this is where he grabs another kill. That was Olafmeister coming late out of the hut. And Complexity come one step closer.
Okay, I've revised my list. Searson.
Yeah.
Poison.
And just to be clear, no particular order?
No particular order.
Okay.
Searson, Poison, Chris J, Woxic, Simple.
Okay.
Molotov. On the feet of the players on Squeaky, blame F. That's a double wallbang smoke frag. And hey, look at that. Config gonna add one to the tally as well. So I feel like Faze, having gotten ripped up, haven't even seen an enemy to shoot back at. It's for that reason that we have 500 health across the board on Complexity's side. And Poison, he's gonna snap into the head of the red box. Ooh, not quite the head, but still lands the shot. They are both back there. Config can smell them. Kirby jumps up with that 1 AK. And now he sees nothing, so they're just going to squeeze this out. Try to minimize losses here from Complexity, get that economy rolling, and get your CT side glowing soon enough. Frag grenade, busting Brokey down to a measly 26 HP. Scout from a distance gets 1, and Blame will finish with his 3rd frag there versus the lackluster weaponry of Faze. So we're all tied up at 9 rounds each.
It's obviously really annoying because, you know, Config's Danish. And there's just no shortage of Danish all-stars.
Yeah.
But it feels like Config has even more to show us than he's shown us in his career. Right, at one point, set the kill record in a single match. We've seen him have just explosive halves that don't slow down at all. Like, he doesn't seem to lose focus when he starts fragging too hard. Like, you know when you're having a great match and someone calls you a cheater at matchmaking, and then suddenly you don't get a kill anymore?
Yeah.
Like, Config's not that guy. He'll go up 30, 40, and not even realize. He'll just keep going. And not many players have that capability. But now he's introduced a lot of discipline into his gameplay. Like, I did a demo review on him, and I've done like 60 demos now at this point in a row.
Yeah.
And he had one of the cleanest Mirage CT sides on Cat that I've ever seen. So much discipline. Hitting all the shots 1 bullet. When he didn't hit the first bullet, he was falling back. He made perfect rotations. He was just as smart with his keyboard as he was with his mouse.
And I'd say that's, you know, an element of his gameplay that he kind of came back with, right? Remember, Config fell off for the longest time. Then he kind of reinvented himself before he came back to this Complexity lineup.
Yeah, totally.
And
a lot more structure on this lineup, too.
Yeah,
you know,
I think
more leadership as well.
Found discipline in general, right?
Yeah.
Discipline's something that everybody could use a little bit more of. Config's better off for it, both in Counter-Strike and life. Blame F just racking up the frags. Poison with the headshot onto Olafmeister. His 7th kill. Actually quite a quiet game from Poison and JKS. And neither of them, of course, have as little kills as Rush.
Yeah.
To think that as Config sits at 22 and Blame F has 20, Rush only has 3.
Yeah, if you added together Poison and JKS's kills, and then multiplied Rush's kills by 2, and then doubled that, you'd still have less than both those players.
Yeah.
Think about that.
You didn't even carry the 4. Round it up. Guns back in the server from both sides. Complexity arrive on double digits before FaZe Clan can. Smoke grenades chucked out.
Oh my god,
Blame actually threw it. Yeah,
oh my god, he took a fast step.
Someone's waiting for him. And then Kierby off of that kill, gonna waste 0 time running downstairs. This should scramble complexity, but they actually haven't moved.
Listen, this is the #2 FIFA player in the world right now, okay? He knows how to get across a field.
Man can sprint. And kick balls. coldzera trades. But can he get them all? It's config so far. Rush in the rafters. Kirby in the vent.
There's one imposter.
Oh, GKS.
But it looks like he'll win. They've created tons of space here. There's just no rotation, so... Okay, drop down comes, but this is Kirby's kill to lose, really. Yeah, he's made noise.
More damage.
Hunt him down. Kidding, I'm kidding. JKS, he can't get caught off guard, man. He's too wide awake. But it's been a fake, isn't it? Olaf working into upstairs. How does Poison hit that coming out of heaven?
I don't know, but Cold hits him back with one. Rush, stranded on Hut, finds 2 frags to his name this round, and absolutely crucial. Double AK save from Complexity, double round advantage. That's 11-9 scoreline for Complexity. Crucial round to win as well, leaving FaZe Clan strapped for cash. But that was that loud step coming out of Blame F.
I feel like we got so, look at this, look at this.
Falls down from heaven, lands the shot. You know, luckily, scout accuracy reset after falling, way better than that of the op.
Interesting.
You are a mobile damage output machine.
And when you scope in, it looks like you're running faster.
It's definitely a speed buff.
Well, cross smokes come out, and they're not going to be able to do it. Oh, kidding. Config will put tons of damage output through the smoke.
Massive.
Kirby, the first person to go down, and so much residual damage on the rest of the players as well, and Blame F is in a great spot. However, Brokey trades him out.
Config
But again, Config, he's just been such a key component of these holds.
Yeah, like you said, once he gets rolling, he doesn't stop.
He doesn't stop.
You know, it's an avalanche, but an infinitely long hill.
Yeah, they're just FaZe Clan on a tiny snowboard getting chased down by an avalanche that is Config.
This time, Config, he's consumed like 4 Swiss villages on the side of the mountain.
Didn't even notice. Killed Maniac on the way.
Why am I laughing? Rush is going to close. Olaf removed from this 21st round. 3 to the lead of Complexity. Money is stacking up. I'm talking fat cash on Complexity. And Config kind of gifted that second as Cold peeks back into it.
I have to say, I feel like this has been a very unlucky game from FaZe's perspective for some of the swing rounds they lost in the first step, and now kind of a lot of these timings in the second. However, I'd say one of those swing kills was like, you know, Olaf should be getting the kill on Poison, but at the same time, it's not weird that Poison hits a ridiculous shot like that when he knows he's supposed to die.
That's what he does.
So, you know, you got to give him credit for, you know, definitely aiming in the right spot, even though he wasn't meant to be falling.
Blame F, that's an easy pickup as Rain falls from the silo. He makes sound on top of Mini. This is a gun round as well, so we expect better things from FaZe. JKS better swing for the fences. There's 3 players in that smoke.
I can't believe he has 9 kills. He's been getting nothing but impact frags.
He's going to commit deep on the wall. They jump outwards, he gets 1. Good enough.
Definitely good enough.
It's going to send Config spiraling down to Decon. He opens up the door. Oh, dude, bad bounce on the smoke.
Little bit of clipping.
Oh, I just caught that little
Look at this, and Config can use it against them.
He's just going to go into it.
He's
going to follow up with another smoke, but I mean, he's already inside of it. He's going to go ahead and peek round it.
Oh, God.
What a play from Config. I wonder if this actually bears fruit. coldzera has the silo in his face. He can't see him, but now it's a 1v1 between Config and Cold, and the bomb gets thrown down. Config, whether he knows it or not, is a mastermind.
Oh, he knows it. That spatial awareness right up against the ramp. And the fact is right now, he's moving right, and he's taking the correct duels, and he's barely winning all his 50-50s because he's just that on point at the moment. Even out-dueling coldzera. Really sick stuff. This is tough. This is a shame. I feel like FaZe Clan would beat great teams right now, but at the same time, Config has 27 kills and Blame F has 23. And JKS has 10 kills, but I swear on everything. Every one of those was a rifle kill, and it was an important moment. But look at how that smoke messes them up. They cannot make progress across the site. They would never throw that smoke themselves.
Yeah, coldzera, understandable.
Very frustrating game.
Yeah, understandable disappointment on that play. 50 frags between blameF and config. If complexity is a juggernaut,
Full
and these
patrol
two
right there.
Danes are just their giant fists. You know, unbelievable. Poison. He's gonna find one with the op outdoors, and this half is just starting to fizzle out now. Every time we get Faze on guns, complexity running away with it.
You know, you only got so much give in the tank, right? For a certain amount of hurt, it's just gonna bear down on you. You're gonna forget about how close it was at one point, and you're just gonna give in.
When it hurts so much, you have to pass out.
Yeah.
Config headshot onto Olaf to close it. Damn, he's shooting for 30. 2 more rounds to get there. We'll see if blameF can catch up. 52 kills between the two of them.
Just 2 of them, yeah.
38 for the other 3 members of complexity.
I thought Full Patrol disbanded.
No, blameF and config just ate them. Consumed the energy. Gobbled them up.
Just call them the snowboard kids.
Why is that?
The avalanche analogy.
Okay.
Plus the, yeah.
I don't like it.
Snowboard bros. Okay, fine.
Besides, I think Danes prefer like the long ski jump.
Yeah, so like the national sport. I'm probably making so many people mad right now in production.
Probably.
What do they sound like right now, Connor?
Long ski jump? What's he talking about? We like cycling and handball.
Oh my god.
I think I'm gonna get fired. Well, at least we go down laughing. Like complexity, who aren't going down at all, damn it. You look at the round count. We're talking about 7 in a row here for the CT side. The only round Faze have picked up is that pistol.
Oh my god.
blameF peeks round the smoke, gets a double kill by Redbox. JKS trying to spam and get one to his name. And the smokes fade as Brokey does get downstairs alongside coldzera. But neither of them actually have the bomb, and nor does Olaf Meister. Someone's gonna have to go get it back from Red. There's 35 seconds left.
Man, this is so, I mean, it was either Rain or Kirby, or I guess coldzera, but they missed their molly in secret. It tagged the roof, it bounced back, and then blameF just peeked because, of course, that's a protocol they messed up. Just sprayed down 2.
All right, they got the bomb, but that leaves them with 15 seconds. They have to go, and Olaf's late lurk nets them nothing. So Poison, now he can fixate forward easily. 10 seconds, he's gonna drop coldzera. All too easy for Poison. He's catching back up, nearly even. 13 frags at the end of that one, a 3K from the op. Config still gunning for the 30 bomb, as is Blame.
Yeah.
But maybe only 1 round to remain, as Faze starting to walk into a brick wall named complexity.
Yeah. No, Poison, he's ice cold, man. One time I was sitting beside him while he had white sweatpants on, the complexity sweatpants. I was eating chicken wings. And then I was like eating them all, and then one of the chicken wings flipped up in the air, and a little bit of drip landed right beside his sweatpants. I was like, oh, sorry, man. And he just looked at me dead in the eyes and said, I knew that would happen. I thought I was sitting beside Morpheus or something.
Did he get up and leave?
No, but he was furious. I think. I can't read this guy.
You don't know, man. Yeah. You don't know. Yeah, for all you know, man, there's a hit out on your net.
Yeah,
your
I'm on a list.
I knew that would happen.
I couldn't believe that he said that. That was so gangster.
That's why he's so good at Counter-Strike, man. Steps ahead. Smokes ahead. Thrown into the garage. The deep wall. Faze going to try and play around it. Config will nail coldzera's head to the wall. Rush catching a player inside of the smoke. This T-side has not delivered. They had the pistol, and that was really convincing, but everything since then belongs to complexity, and that is an absolute stomp in the second.